Well, in the process of talking to my hubby just now, I seen the sun. You know, it's done broke through the horizon, but I got some pictures of it. I think I can turn you where you can really see it, because I'm about to be in some trees for a second. But I had to run down to our P.O. box and get some mail. I'll be glad when I actually get the one with escapees. That way I can just look at it online and not have to worry about all that. And then I can just have it sent to me if it's something I honestly really need. If not, I can just keep scanned copies and I don't got to worry about all this driving all over the place. But I would like for you to be able to see this stinking beautiful sunrise over here, if I can get back to a spot where you can see it. I've got some, I had to go to Walmart. I got the kids a little 3-in-1 stick vacuum, one of those dinky little, basically a dust buster with a pole on it. Because apparently sweeping is not our strong suit, and it's driving me crazy. Between the cat litter and the freaking rabbit shavings and getting on my nerves. But this is going to be kind of a busy morning. And then I've got to go to the other storage building and get out as much as I can from there. And we're due to pay again on Saturday, and I've only got about like a quarter of the building left. So I'm just going to go and pull everything. And, ooh, hold on, I can get it. Let's see. Can you see? Maybe too bright. Just how beautiful that is. Look. It's darling. The beautiful sunrise in the town of Norris. It's awesome. I love it. Got me some pictures. I showed the babies. There's a donkey with his head stuck to the fence. Poor thing. But like I said, I only got about a quarter of the building left. So I'm just going to go today, and I'm going to load the truck down between the back seat and the very back, and get out what I can get today, and then I'll get out what I can get tomorrow. And we are going to be, we've been trying to sell, and some stuff has sold, but it's like $5 here, $10 there, and it's not really worth it. So I'm going to take out some of the things that I put in there to sell, because I thought that it would, that I didn't really want to get rid of, but I'm going to take those out, and then we're going to kind of go through the other boxes, and what we're not keeping, I'm going to rebox and throw it in the back of the truck, and we're going to take it to the Goodwill or Miracle Hill or somewhere and get rid of it, because there's just no sense in having all this extra crap that we are never going to use. There's just stuff that's just sitting there. I cannot stand that anymore. I used to like all my little doodads everywhere, and I still saved some. Don't get me wrong, I've got some of my Halloween stuff. Some of it I have let it go. It's in the stuff to sell, and I probably will put it in the stuff to donate. I might sneak one or two things back, but you know, it's just not worth having all that extra stuff when you really, really, really don't need it. I mean, you're filling up space with things instead of time with people. And I'm done with things. I want my space. I want my not space. I don't want the things anymore. Don't get me wrong. Now, I like my things. Like my little stick vacuum. I love my little vacuum. It's not the teal color I wanted to match the kitchen stuff. But Pickles is going to help me on that. We're going to do some shopping come Christmas. And we're going to put some stuff on layaway that's going to match the kitchen and help us kind of pull it all together when it comes. But that stuff I can get and put up until, you know, it's time to get the house. Sorry, I had to wiggle my butt. We've got to go look at costumes here either next week or the week after, because I don't want, it's already September and then you got October, and that's only a couple months in a week, and then it's gonna be too late. So I got to start getting the game plan down for that. I've found them a couple of trunk or treats, and one is in the mall, which I think is really awesome. You know, eat the food court, let them go wander around the mall for a little while. I think that would be good. I might keep my selfie stick too. I had it put on there to sell, but the times when I actually have to be in the car and doing this with my phone instead of me holding it the way I have to hold it, I think I'm gonna keep my stick just so that way I can not try to kill myself while I'm driving. What else is there? I have an orientation tomorrow for a new job. It's just going to be through, well, I have one I could start on Friday if I want it for a little, just a few change, really, less per hour. But I would be having to deal with phone calls and people. And I don't really do good on the phone. I don't like to talk on the phone. I'm a face-to-face person. If something's going on, I really prefer that face-to-face contact other than being on the phone, because I can't really read people on a phone. But it's going to be at Costco, which gives me a reason to get a Costco membership. Sam's Club's a little cheaper. Costco's $60. I think Sam's Club was only $45 or $50. But I'm going to be working at Costco, and I'm not going to be working at Sam's. And actually, I'm not working for Costco, because then my membership would be free. I'm working for a company called CDS, which does the marketing for Costco. And basically all it is the little person that stands up there and gives out samples. That's my job. That's what I do. But what are we doing? You must be new. It's 6 hours a day. It's part-time. I do know, the majority of it I will be on the weekends, which will cut down on some of the things I can do with the kids. But the times that Kenneth's home and I have things planned for them to do, I'm pretty sure my boss lady will be very understanding in the fact that a lot of the things that we do are basically field trip style things. They're school related into what we're doing at that point in time. And some things you can really only get to on the weekends. Some things I can do during the week now that public school has started back up and I don't have to worry about public school kids being in the way. Sorry, public school kids. Kenneth has 2 more weeks and he will be leaving us to go to TMC, which I like over Maverick. I know he liked Maverick because he liked the burgundy trucks, but I wasn't too happy with the fact of him going all the way to Arkansas for his 2 weeks for training, or 2 weeks for class, and then a mandatory so many days out on the road that way, and not being able to be back this way. So he chose TMC, and he will be going to Columbia for his class and out on the road with his trainer. And he is only has to go within 1,200 miles of his home base. And since basically here is his home base, he won't be that far away. But he does have a choice in 6 months to become a trainer, or train to be a trainer, I should say. And he's kind of thinking that might be something he wants to do. So we'll revisit that when the time comes. I've asked questions on some truckers' wife pages, and TMC seems to be a very, very good company. You know, Maverick is a good company, TMC is a good company. The only thing with TMC is they want their trucks immaculate. They want them, I'm not saying you can't live in it, you know, but you can't, like, leave your dirty socks and, you know, hamburger wrapper laying around all over the place. They want clean trucks. But everybody that I've heard from, you know, has said, you know, they're a really good family company. They do their best to make sure that their guys or gals are back home, you know, to have family time. They do family activities. They try to keep it where, you know, everybody's together, and if you do got to get home, they try to get you home as quickly as they can. And they're very, you know, family-oriented, family-centered in the fact that, you know, there was a lady that was in the hospital, and they sent her flowers, you know, just something to pick her, you know, give her a little pick-me-up. One of the guys that Kenneth has spoken to, he had a death in the family, and TMC sent flowers to the funeral. You know, and I know that's not common, but it's just really awesome when people actually sit down and really, when the company you work for takes the time and the effort and the energy to show you that you mean something to them, and you're not just a number wandering around that they don't care about. I mean, I've got CDS, and it's a temporary job. It's a part-time job, but it'll help take care of some stuff that we need to get took care of, and help get a little bit put up for, you know, getting the new truck and getting the rig, which I'll do another video about that one, because I'll have to show some stuff, and I can't really show stuff because I right now don't have the ability to do anything with the computer. So I can't tell if that's the moon or the sun, but I'm looking straight at it, so it can't be the sun. And then I have tax school coming up in December, and then, you know, every year I do taxes. I didn't last year. There's just too much going on. The year before that, I did, and, you know, just some fill-in things around Christmas. You know, getting ready for the new year, and I actually got a paper from the child support office today that, you know, came sometime in the last couple of weeks, and it actually just floored me, because they're like, oh, well, you have your new member number for this new system that South Carolina's got. And I'm thinking to myself, I have been fighting with you people for the dang better part of a year, over a year, actually, and ain't nothing been done. Nothing. Now here it is, new system changed over. Ooh, look it. You're part of the new system, but guess what? It don't do me not one damn bit of good, because my ex-husband don't have a job at a tax-paying place where they can find him, so they're going to have to track his butt down. It is not worth my time and energy to do that. It's been over a year since he's provided any kind of financial support for them at all. For the last month and a half, almost 2 months now, he's had personal issues of his own that has, you know, kept him at a distance from the boys. And it's not their fault, and they shouldn't have to suffer for what he's going through. But I do appreciate the fact that he's not keeping them in it. That he's understanding it's better for him to just stay back. But in the long run, it needs to be understood that it's better that he just stays back altogether and lets it go. So we're going to have to try to do some talking with some folks and see what we can get arranged. I'm not going to elaborate too much on that, because I don't know what I'm planning on doing yet. I might do nothing. I might go freaking balls to the wall and just be an evil bitch. Don't really know. I have the right to be, if it comes down to it, because these are my children that you're messing with. So I'm going to get my hiney on down the road here and try to get to the dollar store real quick, and then the Dollar General, because DJ's seen the most stinking cute freaking little dog shirt, and we don't have a dog. We did have a dog, but we gave a doggy away. There was a lady who just clicked with him and needed his attentions more, so we let him be where he needed to be at that point in time in his life. But DJ found this shirt, and it's for a dog, and it says, it's got the sugar skull on it of a dog, and it says Day of the Dog instead of Day of the Dead. It's just too freaking stinking cute. So I have to go find this shirt and buy it. I have to go to the storage building and get stuff. I still have to get some groceries later on, but I'm waiting until Kenneth gets off work for that, because my brain's going to be done melted down here shortly. And I've got some other stuff I got to do. I got to get back and pay for the room. We shall see how the day goes. And we shall see how much sanity I have left at the end of it. I really wish my glasses didn't glare. But oh well.